star, and it seems to be Trundle support and the Maokai in the top lane. It's very much focused on scaling from Misfits. He's staying on the top side, looking for a gank.
All right, Handsama's made it back to the tower. Ignar's the target. Here's Maxlaw. Tricks come in. Cataclysm comes down. Ignar's able to flash away. Nobody dead yet. Power of Evil's the first to move, but teleport's available if Perks wants to join. Miffy, Tricks, Finn running for their lives. Teleport needs to start getting channeled. Who's going to come in first? Not yet. Expect starts the channel. Exhaust now being thrown down. First blood available. Knock up onto Maxlaw. Nobody's dead yet. Shockwave. Misfits get first blood in Paris. Now Perks replies into Maxlaw. It's a 1-for-1. Misfits are surrounded. Perks running for his life though. Now the knock up from the Rupture onto Alfari. It's Miffy for Maxlaw.
Oh, he wants him.
Perks looks for the Shatter Orb. Ignar's going to get a chomp down. Not enough tool to lead to truly speak of. That's a dive onto Perks and he's going down. Misfits make that look easy with sheer diving pleasure. The tower is the focus as G2 look for a re-engage. Pulverize and headbutts gonna knock Alfari under the tower. Nature's Grasp keeps Misfits fighting. Alfari's able to flash away to safety, but the tower is helping out G2. Now Hansama and Misfits, the rest of them looking at the mid tower. 1-for-1 trading kills, but Misfits get the objective.
They do have to stay around Baron due to that lack of TP you just highlighted. They can't just leave the area, because then G2 will push out side lanes and start Baron after.
Expects no flash.
All right, let's see if Expect gets knocked down. He's already used the feast. The Shockwave catches two. We're following Spin and the AoE as Miffy's moving forward. Power of Evil's down. G2 take the kill lead. Alfari and Maxwell running for their lives. Trick and G2 take down Alfari. And Misfits get caught out.
Yeah, that's the kind of fight G2...
Slightly lower scaling across the board, and let's see if they can use it. Unbreakable Will is used here by Miffy. There's support, the teleport coming down from Expect. The fight is split up on both sides. Ignar is trying to keep everyone busy. Expect was zoned out, and it's Perks that takes down Ignar off screen. Misfits
have nothing that can really dive the backline and kill an AD carry. Makes this Sivir pick the MVP of the late game for G2, and that should mean they can always win teamfights no matter how late we are in the game.
All right, Alfari used that point-and-click CC. It may cost him his life. Spell Shield means the Nature's Grasp does nothing, and the Shockwave will get interrupted and not catch anyone from G2. That's a kill onto Alfari. The rest of question marks about whether it was the right call. In playoffs? Hell yes, it was the right call. Alfari's now once again under pressure. He's got the Nature's Grasp available to him. May need that one. Gonna dodge some damage, but not the feast. That Sap Magic passive buys some time. But Expect can tank the tower for days. The rest of Misfits, now they're being dived on underneath the Baron. Redemption thrown down fairly early. Sven, spell shields the Glacial Prison. Still has flash available to him. Baron helping out. The dunk from Trick. Featherstorm comes out from Hansama. G2 now looking for a re-engage as Perks and Expect are playing the split push.
G2 are just so good at League of Legends. They have a 3-man squad holding off the Baron while the 2-man unit of Perks and Expect take down.
I mean, against the Cho'Gath already, well, the Misfits can't actually control the map.
It's going to take such a long time for Alfari to deal with those super minions. Maxlaw's being bursted down. Redemptions and teleport is used from Misfits. Alfari's stuck in the pit. He's got flash available, and Misfits fancy this might be the fight. Perks is exhausted on the back end of the Shockwave. Not going to find Perks. Sven continues to take down Alfari as the feast. It secures the kill. Expect gets the second kill of the fight. Now Power of Evil's routed and killed. Featherstorm will buy just a few seconds as Hansama is destroyed by Sven. Gets himself a killing spree, 11-2. Super's inside the base, and G2 are looking for the first of the series.
G2 is such a good team-fighting team, and they demonstrate it once more. They dismantle Misfits in game 1, and they're looking to take the game.
Nexus turrets are falling. Nearly 40 minutes in, G2 arrested control early and did not give it back. The second Nexus turret will be falling, and G2 are one step closer to the trophy, winning game 1. I believe that's going to be the first Maokai of Summer Split for Expect in the top lane, and it is locked in. So got that front line, not the highest amount of AP damage.
He has no heal, flashes up, here we go.
Perks is going to get jumped on, flashes away, flash forward from Maxwell. First blood secured. Trick gets the body slam, stands united, buys a few effort. Big advantage shown to Hansama up in the top lane. Rift Herald's helping out. Throw the Hunter has been used. Sven, spell shields at least one of those abilities. A jump in from Maxwell, he's chunked down. The barrel sends him backwards, gets a battle roar heal before Sven takes him out. That's the first kill of the game for G2 Esports. Misfits Misfits. Give them the communication, give them the control, give them the ability to go to Worlds. Let's see what Perks and Expect can do. Alfari got that Stand United available to him, gets a good taunt. Here comes Maxwell, full damage. Perks takes down Alfari. Support from the rest of G2 as Maxwell will get run down. That's a double kill for Perks, who's already ahead. Is available here for Maxwell if he decides to use it.
Oh no, just a few more seconds on it actually.
All right, let's see what he can do. Gets good leaps forward and backwards. Maxwell not going to have the ball just yet. Death sentence onto Perks. Manages to bring Hunt Summer with him. It's a 2-on-1, but the damage is great. Stand United is necessary and Perks should go down here. Gets secured by Ignar. The rest of G2 are able to escape.
Trick also.
G2 in the mid lane. Ignars get jumped on by Expect. Guys, the Baron is being started.
Sven and Mithy on the way. Expect is trying to get in there as well. He is Mithy.
Death sentence connects from Ignar, buying some time. Mithy and Sven, they've at least interrupted the Baron. That's one kill already for G2. Now in a 4-on-3. Blade Caller not going to be enough. Flash away from Mithy. Defensive flash from Ignar. He's forced to run. G2 stop Baron and get themselves a kill.
They do it once more in a 3 versus 5. They're continuing on with the chase.
They're not even done yet. Expect's going all the way forward. He's got 2,000 hit points to burn through. Hunt Summer and Power of Evil trying to turn it around. Are you kidding me? G2 are now starting Baron.
Well, Misfits on the way in here. Let's see. Shen is in base. Ulti is not ready, but TP is for Alfari, so he's joining now.
Oh, what is this shenanigans? Hunt Summer's now on the front line. Power of Evil is delivered by Miffy. Perks takes him down. G2 Esports, they're behind in gold, but they're ahead in pressure.
Without having 2 members.
Wait, is this live?
Base. This is live.
Okay, Ignar's now been caught out. There's no support from anybody. All of a sudden, what took 30 minutes as a Baron dance in game 1, here's 23 minutes in. It's 1,500 gold lead Expect. He's going to jump onto Power of Evil. Stand United comes down despite the shockwave being good. There's simply not enough damage. Now Alfari's going to be the target. Flashes forward, catches the lantern for a target. Power of Evil's waiting in the wings. Command Protect can get used as the culling.
Oh, nice
That's
hook.
a good channel. Ignar doesn't follow it over, but the engage from G2. They've jumped all the way in. The target is Hunt Summer. Shockwave catches 2. Keeps Hunt Summer alive. Ignar's already down. Maxwell's on the back end, trying to be a distraction, but they can't burn through the tanks. Perks flashes over the wall. That's a double kill. He's not done yet. Alfari and Power of Evil running for their lives. Without Hunt Summer there, that Nash's Tooth is not enough. And G2 peel back for the Baron.
And you're seeing the difference in the front lines between Misfits and G2. Maxlaw's trying to get a flank. Alfari's waiting for that key ultimate. Whereas G2, they just run through the front door, start the fight, and now they've started the Baron once more.
Baron down to 50%. Maxlaw's got full HP and Smite available. G2 are going very, very low. Baron is the target. Now Power of Evil's trying to back away. Alfari's on the front line. He's got 1. That's a second for Power of Evil before Alfari goes down. Now Maxwell's jumped in. Perks and Sven are going to drop the fight. That's a double-double for Perks. Maxwell's going to be able to jump away, but on the bright side, does not follow the secondary pull.
Flash taunt, here it comes.
Flash taunt available for Alfari. Smite is up for Maxlaw. On the hunt, thrown down, Shockwave comes out, picked up by G2. In the ensuing fight, can Hunt Summer stay alive long enough to get damage down? Ignar and Alfari up on the front end. They're down. It's another double for Perks.
In every single one of these fights, you just see both
Sieged on, and Maxlaw's going bottom lane. He's nowhere near.
The flank, quick shot. He's waiting for the opportune flank.
I think he's farming Krugs.
Okay, he could also be doing that.
He is farming Krugs while his
stacking.
team is losing the inhibitor. Now the flank is starting. Dash over the wall from Perks. On the hunt is being used. Middle of the hunt coming out as well. Redemption thrown down, Expect slowly being chunked. The barrel catches Power of Evil. Headbutt pulverized, knocks him into the air before he's shut down. Featherstorm buys a few seconds longer. Perks is out of the fight, and the rest of G2 pushing onto the second inhibitor. Perks unable to find Ignar, but the second inhib falls on the single push from G2 Esports.
Really good ultimate there from Trick, using the flash body slam to get onto Power of Evil. That's a lot of the wave clear gone now for Misfits, and G2, they're looking to take a 2-0 lead in this series.
Full channel on the culling. G2 are relentless. 9, 2, and 4. G2 knock over the Nexus turrets, knock over Misfits. They're knocking over the upstarts, the former challenger squad, and G2 0 in the finals.
This game actually started just...
Welcome all. A little bit of a surprise to me.
Oh! He does it in the finals. The Draven behind.
All right, Maxlaw's going to get denied. Spotted out by Perks. The culling is available. Perks can decide to chase. Dashes over the wall. Flash away from Maxlaw. Flash is still available for Perks. First blood is available. Flashes. There we go. Piercing light. And more importantly, red buff as well.
Look at this. The play gets red and now Paraveel's the target.
Oh, body slam flash was beautiful. Ignor's trying to interrupt, but it's a 2v3. Pulverize comes down.
Nice.
Power of Evil even sidesteps. Gets himself a shockwave. Are they turning this around?
Draven.
Trick and Ignor. They win. It's dead kill as Trick is down. Expect Perks has got no flash. He's stuck around. He's already caught. Kill is secured by Maxlaw.
Vengeance for Maxlaw. You thought that you were taking away by red buff, but you were
Ended with no dragon killed, but Baron secured, and it was Misfits against Unicorn, so it has happened in EU before. It was confirmed it did not happen in NA. Perks was the target of an engage from Misfits, the shockwave unable to kill him. On the back end, Expect gets stunned up. He's getting chunked down by Power of Evil with that Nash's tooth. Is knocked backwards, not yet killed. Hansama not gonna find the kill. Alfari takes him down. That's the third for Misfits.
If he does it in team fights, it's a lot of damage.
Well, let's find out. Trick is going to throw the barrel out. There's support from Misfits coming up. Hansama needs to buy time. He gets caught out. Flashes to the side. Now Ignor throws down the Unbreakable Will. It's G2 that are now surrounded. Sven's making his way up from the south, and Misfits looking for the engage. G2 are split up. Defensive dash from Alfari and Flash. Perks is the target as Misfits are running him down. Sven has killed Alfari.
Give him
Perks
a stack.
stays alive. He dashes forward. Kill secured by Maxlaw. So far, it's a 1-for-2. No, 1-for-1. All right, what does that mean? Misfits have peeled away. Shockwave onto Perks.
They got Perks. Cash
They
it.
got Perks. That was the cash. How much money did he make? Someone find out. Expect is now the target as Misfits and all of Paris are celebrating. It's a double kill for Hansama. It's down to 50%. Expect not teleporting yet. Now starts to channel it. Trick can come in for the 50-50 as the culling goes between the uprights until the last few ticks. Alfari gets chunked down low and Trick is now being tagged. Expect becomes the target. Ignor is trying to zone out somebody. Trick will drop. Hansama cashes out again. Ignor gets a two-man knockup. Perks flashes away from the shockwave. Hansama's looking to run him down. Sven is spitting out the damage for days.
Oh, look
Flashes
at that!
forward. Got the hurricane. Expect looking to feast. Power of Evil gets summoned a heal. No stun yet. Sven is not going to be able to get another. Hansama dodges. It's Expect that goes down. Finally, Sven snipes him. It's a 2-for-1.
Such a close team fight between both teams. Sven coming up huge in the final team fight, even though initially everything was going in favor of Misfits. Ignor now just trying to run for his life as Sven is on the chase.
There was a reason we had to highlight this Sven player here. Champion, whatever. His late game carry potential with Ardent Sensor. Alistar will take some more damage, will also die, and give another kill over to Sven here. Ardent Sensor was completed.
And Smite in their back pocket. Maxlaw's has become available. This could become a Smite fight. Let's see how this plays out.
Oh, this is super tense. Will it be decided on this single Baron play?
Shockwave and Smite is available to Misfits if they go for the burst. Maxlaw, Arctic Assault needs to be good. Baron is still being held by Trick. Expect has joined the fight. Baron's going low. Shockwave won't be enough, and it's not secured. G2 take it down. Misfits now falling, now getting crushed. Hansama needs to do something magical, but he cannot. And Misfits are crushed. In the lead in gold, they're breaking open the base. They've got Baron-empowered minions, and they've got super minions down the mid lane. G2 on the verge of their 4th consecutive title. The first EULCS 3-0, and the first LCS team.
Oh, they stopped two people. Ignor's actually behind him.
Oh, what does this mean? Trick is now being run down. Hansama with red buff, trying to get a few more kills. Got those spinning axes. Unbreakable Will used by Ignor. Soul Shackles are by just a few seconds of time. Hansama continues to chase. 3-1-1 with some blood rush, and the tick sidesteps away. Gets himself another kill. This is a momentary, and it's a 5v5, but Perks has just made his way up. Gets some damage down from Hansama. The culling fired from behind the walls, forces Ignor to flash defensively. That's a body slam flash engage from Trick. He's got no cask available, but the tower falls. Maxwell will be dropping. Silence onto Hansama. Running for his life. It's Trick that takes him down. Power of Evil caught up with the Dark Binding, and Sven gets himself a double kill. G2 Esports are on the verge of winning yet another final. There is nothing standing in their way. Alfari and Ignar have to go 2v5, and there simply is not enough damage, not enough frontline, and not enough chances. The undisputed best team in Europe, G2 Esports, get themselves another kill, and for the first time in history, the 4th consecutive EULCS title. G2 Esports are the best team in Europe. No LCS team has done it at 4 titles. G2 are 1 win away from toppling the old legacy. And there's no doubt that they are the best franchise consecutively for 2 years.
They've dominated Europe for 2 years, and it's important we celebrate greatness here. The fact that these guys can do it every single split is fantastic. They adapt to every meta, they outperform every team they're facing, they're always winning in playoffs. That's the most important thing.
G2 Esports have continued to just show their dominance. They will be representing Europe as the #1 seed.
Mesdames et messieurs, vos champions d'été des LCS EU 2017, G2 Esports.
The smiles, the elation, the first ever 3-0 in EULCS history. 4 titles back to back. The owner Ocelot, Carlos on stage, celebrating alongside Young Buck. And what a legacy they have built here in Europe. Love them or hate them, you can't deny their success.
And Misfits, in the final game, they put up a very strong fight. They made Misfits work, or they made G2 rather work for it. And I feel like Misfits, they can still be happy with the amount of growth and effort that they put into this, because this was a very competitive final right at the end.
The 1-year plan, mission accomplished. 4th in spring, 2nd in summer. The #2 seed representing Europe in China. Still room to grow for the Misfits squad, but today it's all about perks. It's all about G2 Esports. What about some redemption here for Trick as well, man?
Yeah.
Oft criticized.
I mean, one of the players who's been criticized the most in Europe here the last year ends up performing so well in playoffs when it really matters.
Expect one of the unsung heroes. Reliable, constant, consistent. Ladies and gentlemen, that man on your screen, Sven, did not die a single time in the summer split finals.
There is a reason Sven makes every single final. There is a reason he's one of the main carries on every single team he's ever played on. He is just the best AD carry.
And there's a reason he's able to survive with the rest of the team. Miffy unlocking Sven's potential. Deficio, are Sven and Miffy the best bot lane in the West right now?
This is a European broadcast, so yes.
I will accept it. Walk of honor. Paris has been amazing. The chance for G2, the support for everybody, the celebration of the wins.
I mean, this is something G2 as well been working hard for. This is a team that obviously didn't always have a lot of support behind them, but here in Paris, the French crowd is so fantastic. They, of course, are now giving them a massive standing ovation.
What an experience that has to be for G2. The dynasty is true. Mithy said that coming into the finals, he wanted to leave a legacy behind, and he has certainly left a very impressive performance. And G2, they can only go forward from here.
Yes.
Things are looking so good for them as the World Championship is just around the corner.
Yesterday, Fnatic won the current record holder with 5 EULCS titles. Today, G2 holds 4 of them. Did something Fnatic never did. They won 4 in a row. Next spring, G2 have the shot of equaling the record. And officio, G2 Esports, it's been a long time since G2 and 8 of last year. Second place MSI this year, and they've got another shot. Their boot camp is already booked for Worlds.
Exactly, like the players will leave almost instantly to start practicing for the World Championships, and it's of course important to highlight they will have a pool 1 seed at Worlds, because these guys made top 4, even top 2 at MSI, guaranteed their own pool 1 seed, and now they grab it for themselves.
Yeah, earned that seed, earned some redemption on the international stage. The Worlds group draw, I believe, is September 12th at I think 2 p.m. Central European Summertime. Double check LOLLesports.com for the specifics.
The date is correct. I'm not sure about the time, but
Perfect.
the date is correct.
I believe it's very early LA time. And we need to see who G2 Esports get drawn into. You can see the support, the coaches, the owner discussing what it means to have yet another title.
And right now we are just setting up to hear from some of the superstar players on G2, from Perks and Sven. During the playoffs, these are two of the performers that really did step up for the team. Perks especially in that series versus Splyce to get them out of the quarterfinals. And now we get that opportunity to hear from them once more.
Superstar players, as well as superstar teamwork. As you can see, Law setting up on stage with Sven and Perks as they get ready to celebrate what is just a phenomenal, phenomenal legacy. A little bit later, we will hear from some of the Misfits members, but for now, it's the 4-time champions G2, represented by Sven and Perks.
Thank you very much, guys, and thank you also to the French caster. I was just joined by Perks and Sven after this fantastic victory over Misfits. Congratulations, guys, for grabbing first place once again. You guys did amazing today, and also during the playoff after a rather difficult split, actually. So how did you manage to bounce back and grab that first place once again? Perks, you can go.
Well, after MSI, we didn't have like any break, but we also played 1 week with subs, and then we didn't scrim much because we just came back from MSI, and then we started picking it up after Rift Rivals. We had a team talk. We had a couple of team talks actually, and we just always try to identify our problems, try to work on them. Our goal was playoffs, and now our goal is Worlds, and it went well so far.
Pendant tout le split, le but pour l'équipe, c'était d'aller à Paris, et maintenant leur but, c'est d'aller aux Worlds. Le début a été assez difficile, étant donné qu'ils ont commencé le split avec des remplaçants. Les Rift Travels ne sont pas très bien passés non plus, mais finalement, l'équipe a réussi à rebondir, et une fois de plus, ils remportent la victoire. Actually, the next question is to you both. You guys had an amazing series, and it makes you look so easy on Misfits. How did you do to make it so well?
I don't know why it went so well today. I think Misfits played well, but I think the first 2 games, their drafts are... I think they played well, but I think their drafts in the first 2 games were not good. I think they had a wrong read on the meta. I think we had a much better read on the meta and much better preparation for this patch. And I think that our play today was very good. I think we played as a team today, and I think Misfits were close in all 3 games, but it was the small things that mattered the most, I think.
Ouais, même si la série était au final très très serrée, ce sont des petits détails qui ont fait la différence et qui ont fait que finalement ce sont G2 qui ont pu remporter la victoire. You guys have worlds ahead. And the last time you met on international stage was at MSI actually with SKT, and you did so good. What phase of G2 will we see this time, Perks?
Well, we'll be working our hardest to show the MSI G2, if not even better. My goal is to first get out of groups. I'll be going to Korean bootcamp in a couple of days already, just to practice first alone, and then we will go as a whole team with coaches, coaching staff. And we will just try to work our hardest and give it our best for these Worlds. And I'm sure we are gonna surprise or do well.
G2 ne compte pas décevoir cette fois-ci, et dans les prochains jours, ils vont d'ailleurs s'envoler en Corée pour déjà commencer à s'entraîner. Last questions. last question for you guys. What do you need to work on to make this time matter at Worlds and in China? And to actually get out of groups?
Well, I didn't say again. I didn't hear the question.
What do you need to work on to get out of group this time at Worlds? Sven?
What I have to work on? What do we?
Yeah.
Honestly, we just have to get a good read of the meta, play the champs that we have practiced in preparation for Worlds. The meta is usually like refined after 1 week or 2 weeks of after group stages. Everyone knows what's the best, but going into the tournament, not many people know what is the best, and some people practice and then try to adapt. But I'm sure if you just play your own style, you can get out of groups with what you prepared for.
Is there an opponent in particular you fear for now?
Sorry?
Is there an opponent in particular you're fearing for now at Worlds?
Sorry, I can't hear it.
Is there an opponent you fear in particular coming into
I'm not really
Worlds?
afraid of any team, but I'm afraid of best of ones, to be honest. I think best of ones historically is not really our thing. I think we are very slow to prepare, but we have time to like watch our opponents and prepare for their picks and stuff. We do much better, so I'm not afraid of any teams, but I'm afraid of like best of ones being many games in a few days, so this is what I'm most afraid of.
Wow, for now, congratulations for going first place once again and to end up first in the split. Pour l'instant, je vais rendre la parole à nos casteurs français pour débriefer de cette série. And in the meantime, I'm going to give it back to you guys at the caster decks to wrap up the day.